Greetings, fam. Come on in. Y'all know what time it is. What? It's what? Wind Down Wednesday, baby. With who? With your host with the most, the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. We're excited. We're back in the country. We had to make us a trip out the country, kind of get some meditation in, get ready for this next season that's coming upon us. I see you, Queen Octavia. It's Wind Down Wednesday, baby. Listen, tonight's podcast is being brought to you by none other than the Prince of Peace, the Master Teacher, the Quantum Shifter, the Shapeshifter, the Code Breaker, Queen Octavia, and Men Can Always Be Wrong podcast host, T Swing. So y'all come on in, join us. Let's get ready. ATL in the house. Hey Gina, long time no see. Hey Queen. That's the ATL, baby. Y'all know what time it is. We about to do what? We about to get live. We about to get ready up in here, and we about to do this here. Tonight is a open mic. So y'all come on in, and it's on you. What y'all want to talk about tonight? It's on you. What y'all want to talk about tonight, right? It's on you. So let's get at it. Come on in. We as we always do. You all know what sharing is what? Caring. That's what we do. We do what? We share because we what? We care. Okay? So listen, hit that share button. All right? Go ahead and hit that share button. Wind Down Wednesday, baby. The Cosmic Commander, your host with the most, the one. Yes, indeed. Here we go. Hit that share button. That's what we do, right? We hit that share button. Let me get everybody pulled up. Let's get up in here. Let's see who we got. Let's see who we got up in this demonstration. Let's see who we got up in this demonstration. Okay. All right, fam, for you, for me, and for us. Hit that share button, okay? Right? That's what I'm doing. I'm sharing. Because what? Sharing is what? Caring. The Prince of Peace is in the house. I see you. Yes, indeed. Tonight's tonight. That is going to be open mic. So please put that out there on the timeline. Those of you that moderate for Wind Down Wednesday, please put that out there. Also, while you edit, do also put our donation information out there, okay? And FYI, we're also streaming live to, of course, YouTube. So, we're getting this thing on real strong. Okay, so I'm going to do a little sharing, and as I share, Facebook, please note that we don't own the rights to the music. However, this is the open music that's played in the public, which means that it is free and that we can utilize it. So it's not for profit, not for gain. It is only for background music. Thank you, Facebook. Okay, here we go. Let's get these shares out, y'all. Hey, J-Love, what's going on, Queen? Make sure you put your information out there for us, J-Love, so that we can follow you. Okay, Gina says, let's talk about couples having mutual friends and what's inappropriate. We'll get into that in just a few moments. All right? I promise you, we're gonna get to that. Um, oh, Hotep is in the house. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Thank you for stopping by and checking in on us. Also, note, I see you, Nathan, on YouTube. Thank you for stopping by and checking on Wind Down Wednesday. I am your host with the most. I am the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. And this is where grown folk come to have grown folk conversation, right? So often we don't get an opportunity to have grown folk conversation. Okay? So what I'm gonna do is in a little bit, I'm gonna introduce you all to this wine I have. I have a white wine tonight. I have a Chardonnay. Yes, we had a red wine the last Wine Down Wednesday, but I have a white wine for you. And if you're sipping on wine, liquor, water, juice, tea, herbal tea, whatever you're doing, that's fine. That's what we're in here for. Okay? So let's get at it. Let me do a little sharing, family, and we'll get this thing going. Okay? All right. Okay, let me share here. Yes. Please, J Love just put her information out there on the timeline. Join her every Friday at 8:30 p.m. on Turning a Moment into a Movement podcast. And it's very powerful for everyone. Yeah. Gina, Queen Octavia responded to you. She says, I think it's inappropriate if you can't have any conversation or interaction if the partner isn't there. What are you hiding? Mm, okay. We already getting started, y'all. And note, please, that this is grown folk conversation and we converse back and forth on the timeline. That's what the timeline is for. And then we have open conversation. Hey, little Lisa, greetings, Queen. That's 217, baby. Let us know where you're hailing from when you come in, fam. Yes, indeed. Wind Down Wednesday. It's open mic. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to get into some things, right? Yeah. Yes, indeed. So I'm just doing a little sharing, please. You all share with me, please. Okay? So we can build our what? Build our audience, right? That's how we do it, right? We take a little time to build. I see you, T Swin in the house, y'all. Men Can't Always Be Wrong podcast. Yes, indeed. Oh, he has an amazing book out, y'all. I always shout him out right here. If you all haven't had an opportunity to get this yet, oh man, you want to get it. It's a great read. It's real easy to read. It's short and not long, and you will enjoy it. Love is for suckers. Hey, J. Eats, Darwin, thank you, thank you. You can share anything you want to. Is that Darren or Darwin? Please forgive me, or to my head and I'm hard if I'm enunciating that incorrectly. It's open mic tonight in Wind Down Wednesday, Grown Folk Conversation, Therapy with a Sip, right? So, we're talking about whatever you want to talk about. And so far, we've already had some conversation on the timeline because we're streaming to YouTube as well as to Facebook. So I'm going to be shouting all you guys out, okay? All right? Cool. Okay. Okay, is that Darren? Darrin? Darren? Okay. Oh, my day is going great, Darren. It's an amazing day. Thank you for asking. How's your day going? Okay, so let me go ahead. We're going to get ready to introduce this wine in just a second. Let me drop in a couple of more groups, family. And We'll get it going. How about that? Okay? All right. Let me see. Facebook is limiting me to who I can invite, so let me see. Okay. All right, Facebook. Cool. No problem. Okay. So, families on us to hit that share button. Please share for all of us, okay? Me, I've had an amazing time. I've been out of the country. I just came back. Just to kind of clear my head, get my thoughts together because I'm working on this book. When you get struck, right? When you get struck, right? When you get struck, right? Just kind of clear my head. Okay. So let me get these sounds right for you guys. Give me just a second. Okay. I'm sharing to different groups and different pages. So give me just a second here and I'll get that set up. So we can go ahead on and handle our business, our beeswax. Everybody good? How everybody doing? I had an amazing Wednesday, as always. All the master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shape shifter, the code breaker, baby, is in the house. I see Gina responded to Octavia. She says that you are so right. T. Swin said, where'd you go? Man, I was over at AT. I was in the Bahamas, baby. Yes, indeed. Hanging out, having some fun. It was great. It was cool. Yeah. Queen Octavia says, I think it's fair to have both sexes as friends. Communication helps create balance, which helps to keep you from jumping to, okay, hold on one second here. As friends, communication helps create balance, which helps to keep you from jumping to conclusions, forming jealousy, and provides an opportunity for you to check yourself. That is great. Yeah. You like the hat? Thank you. Thank you. Gratitude. All right, you all. So it's time to present the wine. I have my wine glass. Hey, Lavelle. Hey, Shantae. Moore, how are you? Great to see you. Thank you for stopping by Wine Down Wednesday to hang out with your host with the most, the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. So here's my wine glass. All of you that have your wine glass, y'all know what we do. We pour a bale, right? I have a nice wine for you guys. It's a Chardonnay. It's a Menage a Trois, a gold. It's a Chardonnay. If you can see that, there it is. You guys see that? Let me see if I can get you out. There it is. All right. So let's do that. Let's pour the bale. Yes, indeed. Y'all ready? Here we go. Yes, because you all know at the restaurant, that's all they're going to give us is a bale. Well, we're giving you a bale, and that's going to be about $13, sir. Okay, cool. No problem. All right. You guys ready? I'll give the toast tonight. You guys ready? Here we go. May you all live forever. And shall I never die. Salute. Salute. You all, it is off the chain. And for my sippers out there, y'all know how we do it. 1738, baby, for the sippers. Salute. All right, let's get into this conversation because the conversation already jumped off. Please, if you haven't, subscribed, liked and subscribed to my YouTube page yet, please do so. Those of you that are online now. Okay, Nathan, you have something to say. What is it? And we will also let the family know that's on YouTube what it is that you want to convey, if you're still there. Okay. Now, also, yes, we want to shout out the master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shape shifter, the code breaker, baby. Happy birthday to him. Also, we want to shout out and give congratulations to the songbird, Kinabina Thumbelina, the one that pointed the finger, the songbird, baby, graduated with a master's. And also the master teacher graduated with a second master's. We got something to celebrate, y'all. Listen, we're doing it up here. And if y'all haven't had an opportunity to yet get into the Truth Session on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, to hear him dropping that knowledge for free in the Truth Session. Listen, he's giving you knowledge that you would have to pay thousands of dollars for, okay? We both taught on the collegiate level. We're all well educated here, and Truth Session, Wind Down Wednesday, all of that. So when you come in, you can trust that the information that you're going to get is going to be well thought out, well researched, so that you can take it and prosper with it. Now, this is low-key a place for therapy, where we come and have grown folk conversation, okay? I see you popping. What's going on? From Iran. We got Iran in the house, y'all. Oh, yeah. Please let us know where you're hailing from when you come in. That's our YouTube page, family. If you haven't had an opportunity to like and subscribe, please like and subscribe to the YouTube page. All of you guys that are on the YouTube page now, please like and subscribe. And please like the podcast tonight, okay? Gratitude. All right, so let me move back up. Yes, it's open discussion tonight. Let me move back up. Okay. The YouTube page, let me put it on Facebook. The YouTube page is going to be the one. Okay. It's going to be two separate words. The one with an exclamation point, and you'll be able to find that, okay? For YouTube. Okay? Okay, so I'm putting that out there for you guys. It should be on the timeline. Let me know if it comes up for you guys. Okay, here we go. All right, those of you that are on YouTube, what do you guys want to talk about? Because it's open mic, and we're just kicking it. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube, Queen Octavia. Let me go back because Queen Octavia and Gina was having a discussion that I think is very powerful, right? Let me see. Let me go back up. Gina says it's also inappropriate for them to have outside conversations about the other party. I agree, and we're talking about. Let me go up and get the original thought from Gina. Gina says, let's talk about couples having mutual friends and what's inappropriate. Hey, KD, the songbird is in the house, y'all. Congratulations on your graduation. Now, what are we talking about? We're talking about relationships. We're finna jump off into relationships. I am a relationship coach as well. We're about to jump off into relationships. Hey, Tracy Love is in the house, family. What's up? That's one of the moderators. That's one of the family members, Tracy Love. Hey, how's Brother Anthony? So when you start to talk about relationships and friendships and how those things should develop, you're going to have to take into consideration what and who and when and where and how long they've been knowing each other, right? So what would be appropriate and inappropriate? So so we are talking about having outside conversations about someone that's in the group, right? There's someone in the group. So we're going to have a conversation about them. Is that appropriate or inappropriate, right? Okay. All right. Oh, Queen Kizzy is in the house. Hola. ¿Qué pasó? Yeah. Yeah. Also, Queen Kizzy, you all is under the weather, so we're going to send her some healing energy right now. Let's all just come together and send her some healing energy. Okay? All right. Okay. So when you're dealing with friendships and relationships, that can get kind of tricky. And it's based upon boundaries. What are your boundaries? Because if there's no boundaries that are established, then people tend to move in a way that you may think that you're violating me. No, I didn't give you any type of indication that you can approach me like that, right? So it's very important to always establish what? Boundaries. Boundaries are very important in any kind of relationship that you're having. Even in marriage. Even in marriage, you still have to have boundaries. In friendships, boundaries. In relationships, male and female, or same gender, whatever, you have to have what? Boundaries. Right? Once you establish those boundaries, and then if a person violates them, then you know that, you know what, I need to just walk away from you or dismiss you from our group or from our presence or from our friendship zone. This zone is for friends that are not trying to be intimate with each other. So what you want to establish are boundaries so that someone will know that, okay, this is only a friendship zone, man, that we ain't mixing and matching and we ain't doing none of that kind of stuff, right? Okay. I think T. Swin put something out here. T. Swin says, it's all right as long as you are not hiding their true identity like being an ex. Okay. Okay, there's another pun in this. There's another pun that just came forth. Savannah, congratulations. Hey y'all, Savannah McCord is on here. She's a recording artist. And she just did an awesome show. She's featured on our Wind Down Wednesday page and also on the Truth Session page. If you all haven't had an opportunity to get up on her, y'all need to find out who she is. That girl is bad. Hey, Savannah, please put your information out there. Put your website, whatever you got, so that they can follow you, so that the family can follow you. This is where we come and we get free publicity. I'm not charging you for that. If you want to put it out there, please put it out there, and we'll follow you. We'll support you. Okay? All right. So, back to boundaries. Fayetteville in the house. Please let us know when you come in the room. Let us know where you're hailing from. We got Iran in the house. We got South Kakalaki, North Kakalaki, the Windy City, the ATL. Hey, we up in here. So let's get at it. All right. So with that, let's pose another toast, fam. So we can get into this conversation. We get deep into this conversation. And if you haven't had an opportunity to, please do this for you, for me, and for us. Hit that share button. Okay? Go ahead and hit that share button. All right? That's a good thing. Right? If we can get you to hit that share button. All right? That's what I was doing. I was just taking a little opportunity to share. Okay? All right. So, thank you all for tuning in on YouTube. So, when you all see me looking off, I'm looking at our YouTube page. Queen Octavia says, is it fair to have to cut off friends? It makes me feel like you're trying to control me or isolate me. Whew, that's a tough one, Queen. Is it fair to have to cut off friends? Sometimes you have to cut them if they, listen, okay. So if they breach your boundaries, I would say yes, of course. You're going to have to cut them off. Again, family, listen to me. It's very important to do what? Set boundaries. And I'm telling you all this from experience. I've been a counselor for over 30 years. So I know exactly what I'm saying. The premise is to set boundaries. Okay? And once those boundaries are established, then you can tell where a person really is. If they violate them, then you know what to do, right? It's called move on. It's called dismiss, extricate, right? Okay, but here we go, fam. Let's toast. Salute, salute, salute. Wind Down Wednesday, baby. It's your host with the most. It's the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. Listen, to my sippers, here we go. 1738, sip up. All right. Yes, Lisa says, out of Illinois, it's 217, she says, if it's toxic, cut them off. I agree with you 100%. Categorically. If they are toxic, you're going to need to cut them off. And you need to do it immediately because the longer you let it stay, the more it festers and create problems, right? Okay. Queen Octavia says, I understand the boundaries. No violators. Yes. Excuse me. No violators. Thank you, Savannah. Salute, salute, salute. Okay, Queen Kissy says, listen, I'm a reader of people, and if your energy doesn't feel right, I won't even give you the opportunity to prove me wrong or right, man or woman, for me or him. Yes, I get you. Yes, for those of you that don't know, that's Queen Kizzy. Hey, Kizzy, put your information on the timeline because you have a store. You sell herbs, trinkets. You do a number of things. Please put that on the timeline. And for any of you all that have a business on YouTube, on Facebook, and those that will be listening on other social media platforms, please put your businesses out there so that we can support each other. This is where it starts at. It starts at ground roots. It's creators like us, content creators like us, that no one knows that we even exist are those that are carrying the heavy load, right? So please put your information out there so that we can support each other, okay? Please do that, family. Okay, so Kizzy, great response. Great. Thank you for putting that out there. That's amazing. And one of the things that you ought to find out about us in Wind Down Wednesday and also in the Truth Session, if you haven't had an opportunity to get there, that's every Saturday at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Facebook Live, and also on YouTube. The master teacher is teaching on quantum principles. You'll pay thousands of dollars to get this information. He's giving you free game. So listen, take time out. Drop by. May have something on the table for you, okay? The master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shapeshifter, the code breaker, okay? So, with that in tow, I think one of the terms that are really sticking out for me, I guess it's going to be boundaries. I think boundaries are very important. Lalisa says, some people just don't know how to be friends because everything around them is toxic and it's all they know. Yes, unfortunately, Lalisa, you are so correct. And unfortunately, what happens is people tend to trauma bond. When people are trauma bonding, here's the thing that we don't necessarily grasp, okay? That when people trauma bond, that means that there is something that they connected to in you that draws you to them and open you up, and you give rise to what they are going through, right? And so before you know it, you all are connected and things are gone really haywire, gone awry, just gone crazy. So you want to be careful with that. You want to be careful. And again, if you set boundaries, it's an indicator. It allows you to see and know and hear and feel when the energy is off, which is what Kizzy was talking about, which is why I'm asking her to put her contact information online. She's a reader. She can give you all kinds of information. She's a prophetess. She's a reader. She does a number of things, and she's a counselor. She has the ability to coach you, to minister to you. So on this timeline and what we do on this social media, we have counselors, we have doctors, we have therapists, we have all kinds of different genres on our platform, okay? So feel free. This is why we call it grown folk conversation, because you can get some therapy up in here, right? You're not going to be condemned. However, we do use a measure of judgment, because judgment is simply making sound decisions and choices concerning something, okay? So let's not get them mixed up, okay? So let's have fun. Everybody, you in here, let's kick it. Let's talk about it, okay? All right. So, Kizzy says, when I met my man, he didn't have female friends because he was a whore. So since I met him, that's why I'll be damned if some bitch come out the blue talking about she's his friend. Bitch, who, what, and from where? So no, he ain't allowed to make no new friends. In my Drake voice, laugh out loud. Y'all have to know that Kizzy is blunt. She's gonna cut to the chase. She's gonna get you there. She's gonna use expletives, and expletives are okay, because what we understand about expletives are that they are attention getters. I want your attention. I'm gonna use this expletive to get your attention. And if you don't know what an expletive is, it's the correct term for cussing. Because we cuss. We're going to use some expletives up in here, because it's grown folk conversation, okay? And that's fine. It's okay. It's cool, right? Okay. Kizzy, Octavia says, well said. So, again, for me, I'm going to harp on this, and I guess I'm being redundant, right? Hey, Robert, thank you for joining us on Wind Down Wednesday. I'm going to harp on this, and I think it's very important that we do what? Have boundaries. Okay? Boundaries. If we're all on the same page, if you all can grasp what I'm saying about boundaries, Put a 1 on the timeline. That we're all on the same page. And I'm going to beat you guys. Put a 1 on the timeline. You don't have to agree with this or participate in it. It's okay. But if you're here and you want to join in, just put a 1 on the timeline. Right? Those of you that are on YouTube, if you're still there, if we're on the same page, let's put a 1. If we can think about boundaries. Okay? Boundaries are very important because boundaries will let you know when someone is disrespecting you and or when they're in competition with you. Now, those are just negative aspects that I'm talking about right now. So, but it'll let you know that, okay, well, this person is in competition with me for what matter? For what reason? For what point? Right? You're in competition with me. I'm not in competition with you. Right? So we find that when we don't have boundaries, we can't tell when someone is disrespecting us because we think it's normal. Right? And as Lisa mentioned, toxicity. When someone is toxic, when we don't have boundaries, oftentimes we don't even grasp that it's toxic. We're like, just like, you just having a moment, when it is really toxicity. And that the aspect of it is to bring corruption, to cause things to go awry in your environment, in your surroundings. So I think it's very important. I think Gina Gina started this conversation. She's probably gone by now. Are you still there, Gina? If you're still there, put a 1 on the timeline. If not, I know you done ducked out on us. And that's okay, because I know everyone is not going to stay. So, boundaries are very, very, very important. And if not, you can be disillusioned. There are people that can come into your environment and cause disillusionment. The Queen and I, we were talking about that earlier, about disillusionment. People that listen to other delusional people. And we kind of got into that conversation, and we, concluded that, hey, you know what? If that person is listening to that person and they are somehow caught up in that, that means that there's something in them that's in them. And this is why we have to be careful. Again, trauma bonding is very real. If you guys don't know what that means, please look it up. Trauma bonding is very real, family. Okay? So Kizzy says, if I set boundaries, it's because I love you, but I don't like some of your behaviors, and I want to deal with you, but I need you to understand if you violate the boundary, then I have to cut you off. My boundaries are to protect me and you from me. And see, I told y'all, Kizzy, she gonna cut to the chase. So Kizzy says that, listen, when I'm setting boundaries, listen, it's not only just to protect me, but it's to protect you from me. Because if you cut across me, there's some other things that may transpire that you're really not ready for, right? So, yes. Queen Octavia says, boundaries are necessary, but some of y'all are simply delusional. I know, right? You're like, wait a minute, where are you coming from with that? Where did you get that from? Who, what, when, where, and how? Right? Listen, family, we're in Wind Down Wednesday, right? With your host with the most, the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. Tonight's podcast is being brought to you by none other than the Prince of Peace, the master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shapeshifter, the code breaker, Queen Octavia, and also T. Swing, Men Can Always Be Wrong podcast. Listen, for those of you that haven't had an opportunity yet, and those of you that always do, please join in with us in donations. Listen, you can hit the Cash App up or PayPal up. You all know that we're content creators, right? Being a content creator, you know you need support. You need what? Financial support. So that you can bring what? Greater content. So listen, if you're here and you have the ability to, please donate. My moderators will put the information out there for you guys on YouTube as well as Facebook. They will put it out there, and I also will put it out there on Facebook myself here in just a second. But donate, donate. uh, Queen Tracy says, "Great conversation, great conversation." Queen Lizzie is dead on. Kizzy is dead on. Yes, she is. Yes, and she's subject to say anything. Okay, you all, for donations on YouTube. Let me put this out there for you guys. Let me put Cash App out here. It's gonna be the 155 55 and my PayPal is going to be the same thing. PayPal is going to be also the 155. Okay, family? If you have an opportunity to do that, please do so. Okay? But yes, this is an amazing topic, interesting. But relationships are very powerful. And not only powerful, but they are important. Okay? Relationships are important because that's how we socialize. That's how we interact. Through what? Relationships. Okay? Through our relationships are how we interact, right? And they're very important. For example, tonight on or in Wind Down Wednesday, Therapy with a Still Grown Folk Conversation, we are forming and establishing a relationship, and we're interacting with each other, correct? So we set boundaries. What did we say? We said that this is grown folk conversation, which means that our conversations are going to be centered around things that are going to be applicable, things that are going to be intelligible, and not centered around foolishness, right? But there's a means to the end of what we're going to be conversing about, okay? So that's very important, okay? So with that in tow, let's get into the B portion of this, because we're not going to be here very long. I don't like to hold you guys long. So let me see if there's any donations so I can shout you guys out, okay? All right, Queen Octavia, thank you for your donation. So I can shout you guys out. So what do we think about relationships in total? Because there's an uptick. There are an astronomical amount of what we refer to as relationship coaches now that are out on the boulevard, sort of for speaking, right? So do you think we need them? Do you think it's applicable? Do you think we just need to go it on our own and just have certain experiences with certain persons without some type of coaching, some type of mentoring? What do you guys think? Thank you, Prince of Peace, for your donation. Um, what do you guys think? What do you all think about that? Right? Okay. Oh, let me put. You know what, Queen? I tell you, I forgot to put my one on YouTube. There it is. Okay. What do you guys think? Queen Octavia says, and I'm gonna get to T Swin because he put something out there. Exactly. Just because you are a host and have those tendencies doesn't mean I think the same. I agree. T Swin says most of them are on a money grab and don't have. Let me get that. Most of them are on a money grab and don't have any life experience to go with their advice. I agree with you. Oh my God, T Swin, a great point. I think that those that are giving these certificates out are at some point doing a disservice to people, because what's happening is they're being experimented upon. They're turning loose whoever they have given certificates to, because first of all, let's realize that certificates are not licensed. License are different than certificates. Certificates only mean that you completed a certain course, but license means that you've gone through various stages of research, class time, right? And you have to have grades. You're going to be graded on what it is that is going on. Okay? So there's a difference. Okay? There's a big difference. So, but what happens is that the certificate driven persons, and not all, and we're not knocking anyone. If you completed your course or whatever, that's okay. We're not knocking you. But however, there should be a time period in which you have to fulfill some level of training where you're not practicing on people. And I think what we're doing is we're releasing these people to practice on people, right? Well, with me, you can't do that because I license. I don't give certificates. I license. So that means that you're going to have to be dialed in. You're going to have to be committed. You're going to have to be loyal. And, right? And this is the way that it should be. Okay? All right. So, Queen Octavia says some of these life coaches are batshit crazy. If you can't manage your own life, how are you going to tell me about Danielle Miner? Yes, indeed. So we have to deal with that on that level, right? And of course, we're sharing information because most of us in here, we're a little older, right? Because it's grown folk. So we're a little older. So we know what it means to really have some wisdom. And then speak from an elevated conversation that display that wisdom, right? Yes, indeed. So Kizzy says, relationships take work from both parties, and if you're willing to put in the work, then go for it. If not, then don't. And if your partner is willing to put the work in, and you are not, then be real and tell them that you can't or don't want a relationship. A, a relationship, right? Explain to them what you're looking for or what you want and see if they are willing to play that role in your life. And if you want a relationship and they don't, then don't force it. If you can end up with it, because you can end up with a broken heart. It's a joined fault by your own. It is a fault of your own. In other words, hashtag delusional. Hey, Bookie. What's going on, Queen? Yes, you're absolutely correct, Bookie. Sometimes they don't want to hear the truth. And it is unfortunate that we have to deal with that. That we have to deal with those that don't want to give the truth. And then it creates problems because you may end up with a stalker. How many of you ever had a stalker? If you've ever had a stalker, put a 2 out there on the timeline. It will beat you up. If you've ever had a stalker, put a 2 on the timeline. So that's why it's very important in the beginning to set boundaries. Because it'll help you get away from them quicker. Because they're gonna disrupt your life, man. And listen, they will disrupt your life in a way that you never thought imaginable. Okay? So again, for those that are listening now and those that may be listening afterwards, please know that boundaries, and stick by that. Stick by it. Okay? Buki says, I want to date. I don't want a committed relationship with the person I'm talking to, like that he say I don't give him enough time. So let me get at this. Yeah, you had a few stalkers. Okay. I'm talking to, not like that he say I don't give him enough time. You're talking to someone that says that you don't give them enough time. That means that what inevitably is coming into play is then is a spirit of control. A need to control because of a level of perhaps insecurity. Maybe insecure. And you may be a bit much for him. Sometimes, to be honest, men don't be honest with women. And women don't be honest with men. Sometimes we just don't say, hey, you know what, you're just a little bit too much for me. I can't handle that. I can't, your persona, your demeanor, how you project, I can't handle that. And when we're honest like that, then chances are we could detach and walk away without being injured emotionally or spiritually. We can walk away without being injured. Hey, Kimmy, that's 217 Springfield, Illinois. How you doing? Thank you for stopping in Wind Down Wednesday. Again, for those of you that haven't had an opportunity yet to donate, the information is out there. You all know I'm a content creator, so I need your support. Okay? Kizzy says, yes, set your boundaries, but don't lead them on thinking it can be different. I agree. Great point, Kizzy. Don't mislead someone. Set the boundaries and then listen, stick by them. And this is what I was stating earlier, Kizzy, that when you have boundaries, stick by them. Do not allow them to be violated. Because if you allow it to be violated, then in that other person's mind, then, oh, you just placating, right? You're playing. You're not even real with this here. So I'm going to continue this kind of behavior, right? Okay. So T. Swin says, you can set and express boundaries from the get-go, but you may be that person's dream mate. I hear you, T Swin. You can set and express boundaries from the get-go, but you may be that person's dream mate. They dreaming about you, thinking about you. Let's toast to this, y'all. Y'all find that timeline up, baby. It's going on. I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get to you, Bookie. I'm gonna get to you. Listen, again, salute, salute, salute. All right, Timber Sippers. All right, y'all. We about to walk it on down. Let me get these last comments, y'all. I'm gonna get you guys up out of here. I normally try to keep y'all around about 60 minutes or a little bit after that, unless the conversation deems it necessary for us to go over. Okay. Okay. So let me see where we at. Okay. Let me see if we have any more donors. Thank you, Queen Tracy Love, for your donation. Gratitude, gratitude. Okay. So, Buki says he can be sweet, but he think when he do stuff for me, this I got to give something up. So when he does something for you sweet, he feels like you have to, in turn, endear him and give him something that he wants. And what we call that is reciprocity. It's reciprocal. You give, you get. You get, you give. And again, does it violate your boundaries? What he's asking for, is it violating that which you've already set in place that cannot be compromised? Okay, so real quick, here's one of the things that we don't do and we haven't been educated on. And that is our ABCs. Okay, I'm gonna give this to you. Our ABCs, and we're gonna get on the same page. ABCs, and most of us would think, no, I'm not talking about the 26 letters of the alphabet either, but I'm talking about your ABCs. When it comes to relationships, we don't, and I'm being redundant, we don't understand our ABCs. Okay? Well, what is that? The one. Your ABCs means to accommodate, bargain, and compromise. When you go into a relationship, those are the three things that you should be conversing with someone about: accommodation, bargaining, and compromising. I see you, Larry. Zahir, I see you. Accommodating, bargaining, and what? Compromising. When you're dealing with relationships. And so we haven't been taught our ABCs. So in essence, it's hard to set boundaries because we don't know what it means to accommodate, what it means to bargain, and what it means to compromise. Those three things are viable in a relationship or entering into a relationship. Accommodating, bargaining, and what? Compromising. What that does is it keeps the relationship balanced, right? Because, Buki, okay, what are you willing to accommodate him? If he's been sweet to you and he's doing things, well, what are you going to accommodate? Okay, where am I going to meet you at? We're going to meet in the center of the road? Accommodate or bargain? What do you have to bargain with? What did he give you? What did you give him? What is it that he gave you that cause him to think that you guys should bargain, right? Or what did he give you that he think that, hey, wait a minute, we need to compromise right here. Now, you ain't doing this right here the way that it's supposed to do and the way it's supposed to be. So that's accommodating, bargaining, compromising, right? In short. So it's a lot to go with it. It's a lot to unpack in that, but it's okay. But you have to understand, again, boundaries. You got to be specific in terms of what you're not going to allow to happen. Okay? Now, okay? Lisa says, and I'm going to get to you, Kizzy. I see you. Okay, whoa. Okay, wait a minute. Kizzy, you was right before Lisa. Kizzy says, all right, guys, have a wonderful evening. Stay motivated and productive. Love you. Love you back. Love you back, Queen. But I think you had another comment. Let me get to Lisa before you check out. Let me get to Lisa, and then I'll get to you before we get out of here. Lisa says, if you don't go back up to my comment, our friendship will end and you won't know why. Oh, I'm sorry, Lisa, where you at? Let me get back up here. Okay, on our friendship, every time I see you, you have to dance or our friendship is over. Those are my boundaries, Fitz. Lisa, why you putting our business out here in the street like that? What's your little butt? You putting our business, that's my homegirl, y'all, putting our business in the street like that. She little midget. Anyway, okay, so, I see you, little Lisa. You know I love you, girl. Kizzy says, right, I've been in a 24-year relationship and we do our ABCs and make sure we don't go to bed angry at each other. Either we fix before bed or let me see, it jumped on me. Okay, either we fix before bed, right? Let me go back up and read it. Right, I've been in a 24-year relationship and we do our ABCs and make sure we don't go to bed angry at each other. Either we fix it before bed or drop the damn issue. Okay, there it is, y'all. Bemo. The Prince of Peace says, right, we need experienced mentors with some knowledge to know how to pivot in the relationships. You don't know what you don't know. I agree with you. I know you're not a midget, but I call you a midget. How about that, Lisa? 217, Ronald Jackson in the house, man. Springfield is represented tonight. That's amazing. So look, if anybody got any more comments, go ahead and drop them. Let me see what Octavia, okay. Okay, Alfine is trying to comment. Where's she at? ABCs, and what about Death Dumping Fast? Okay. Where's Alfine? Alfine, you in the house? Let me look over here. I'm going back up the timeline. Is she in Facebook? Queen Octavia, is she in Facebook? Okay. Oh, you. Oh, you know what? Do you know what? Because she probably hasn't sent me a friend request, she probably can't comment, but she can see everything. Tell her to send me a friend request. Okay? Tell her to send me a friend request. Okay. Hey, Alfine, if you can see everything, just send me a friend request. The probably reason why you can't comment is because we're not friends. Okay? All right. Okay, so you're back on, your phone died? Okay, Bookie. Okay. Kizzy says, the whole point is to be authentic and no one will misread you. I agree. I agree, Kizzy. That's a great point. Authenticity. Why? Because authenticity is the highest level of energy that we can get to. not love. Most people have thought it was love. It is not love. It is authenticity. If you don't believe me, look it up. Facts. Okay? Okay. Queen Tracy Love says, do your ABCs. Do not go to bed angry. Fix it before going to bed, or fix it in bed. Oh, see, grown folk. I told y'all this grown folk, right? I told y'all this grown folk conversation. She said, hey, or either fix it in the bed. Y'all know what that means. We grown folk, right? Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Oh! Kings and Queen Octavia said, be real and be you. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Okay. So, let's get our last toast on. Everybody ready? Anyone else want to donate before we get out of here? Let me look. Let me make sure I shouted everybody out. Make sure I shouted everybody out in the donations. Even if, and you're also able to donate after we get off. And again, I want to shout out T Swin, y'all. We support each other. If you hadn't had an opportunity, hey T Swin, if you're still in the house, please put your information on the timeline if you haven't already, so they'll know where to pick this up at. And they'll know where to find you at on YouTube, because he's on YouTube. Also, he has a podcast, Storytime with T Swin. All right, family? And then also, Men Can't Always Be Wrong podcast. All right? And we got a couple of 2 or 3 people that are with us. Let me shout them out. This is Dr. Clear. She has a book out. It's a journal called Creating the Amazing You. She's out of the ATL. Yes. Dr. Clear. And also a constituent of mine, Rosalind Severin McLean. Oceans of Thought. She has 3 series, and she also has a children's book out now. So you guys can look her up as well. I told you guys I would support you all if y'all send me your paraphernalia. I'm not gonna pay for it, but if you send me your paraphernalia, I will shout you out. Okay. Also, Kizzy, put your information out there. I think I don't know if J Love is still here, but she put her information out there. She does a podcast, you all. Check it out, man. It's off the chain. She has some very high-profile professional people in there, in the municipal realm, the judicial realm, that's giving great gems. Oh, they dropping game. So you might want to get up in there, check that out. Okay? Might want to get up in there and check that out. Okay? Let me see before we get out of here. Let's get this toast. I forgot about the toast, man. I'm just checking you guys out, see if anyone else donated. Okay. Now, this is what y'all left me with. Y'all almost got me through a whole bell. Yeah. Thank you, T Swin. T Swin put his information out there, guys. Queen Kizzy, did you put your information out there where they can contact you? Because I still haven't seen it. It might just be me. So, all right. Listen, those of you that are on YouTube, if you hadn't had an opportunity, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification so you all know when we're on. Okay? All right, you guys ready? Salute. 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 Y'all help me finish a whole bale and a whole shot. 1738, y'all fam. There we go. Salute. Listen, we went 9 minutes over. We've been on for like about 69 minutes or 70 minutes. So listen. Until next time, do what? Hold what you got. Muse over it, cogitate upon it, ponder on it, meditate upon it. But by all means, do what? Govern yourselves accordingly. All right? Meet us this Saturday in the Truth Session, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be in the Truth Session. The master teacher is going to be dropping, listen, a free game. Them gems and jewels, he's going to be dropping on you. We're dealing with the quantum principles. And that's a big thing right now. So you want to get in there and get that information, okay? And I promise you, it'll be applicable. So listen, I love you all. Thank you all for joining in Wind Down Wednesday. But also, for you, for me, and for us, do this. We are still short of 100 subscribers for our new Wind Down Wednesday page, which we want to broadcast from. So listen, if you haven't had an opportunity to go out and like and subscribe to Wind Down Wednesday, Therapy with a Sip, Grown Folk Conversation. That's the whole name, epithet, that gets you to the page so that we can start broadcasting from that page. And because it would help us more monetarily and we will reach more people. All right? Please do that, Bookie. Please, please. So that we can go ahead on and get over the hump. So we have like about 90 some people and we need 100. Okay? So for you, for me, and for us, let's do that, family. Okay? I love you guys. Listen. Until next Wind Down Wednesday. Your host with the most. The one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. At your service.